Hello and welcome to Bookmas Day 2. Today we are going to be doing my November wrap-up. I can't believe November is already over. What? So I think for this we're gonna go in order from like beginning of November to like now. It is currently November 27th. It is the day before Thanksgiving. And I'm doing a bunch of pre-filming for Bookmas because my life is kind of crazy, if you get that. I do work a lot, and also like it's about to be Christmas, or it's about to be December, and December is really hectic because everyone's out of school, and so I feel like a lot of times I'm gonna be tired when I get off. So, but I am off the 4th and 6th of December, so I'm really filming right now for day 1 and day 2. Maybe I can think of so I'm doing day 1 and day 2 because I have an idea. I'm good. I've just did day 1, and so yeah, so let's just get into this TBR and stop me from rambling. So technically I finished Shadow and Bone in October. I finished this on October 28th, but I'm just gonna count it for this November TBR. So the first series that I finished was the Shadow and Bone series. Me and my friend are trying to get ready for the Netflix series, so we're like, let's get it out of the way. It's been on our shelves for a very long time. Shadow and Bone I thought was okay, you know, not my favorite, which happens a lot. First books aren't my favorite. Siege and Storm, probably Siege and Storm and Ruin and Rising, I don't really know if I can pick a favorite because they're both so good, and also like this is the end, you know, a lot of things happen and everything, but pretty sure like a lot of times second books are just like, that's my thing, I love them. And then there's a lot of times where like third books like I don't get into until way later. Of course I read this with friends, so it was easy to get through, but like, so if you have watched my channel, you know that I am not a big fan of Six of Crows. So getting into the series, I was really hesitant. But getting into it, you know, I liked it. And so I enjoyed this. Wasn't bad. So we're not gonna, I think I'm gonna go back. We're not gonna talk about the books that I read in order. So the next book that we finished was Language of Thorns, which goes with the whole Gracia universe. I gave this a pretty sure 4 out of 5 stars. Some of the stories I really like, some of them I didn't care for. It's just a bunch of like novellas, nothing like, it was good. Got through it. I read most of it, and yeah. Next book that I finally finished was City of Heavenly Fire and the Shadowhunters Codex. I don't have the Shadowhunters Codex with me because Taylor has it because he's supposed to read it. And so if you watch my Shadowhunters video, you know that I went into the Dark Artifices without reading this book. So getting through this book was so easy and so fast, because usually these take me forever. But I maybe read this in just a few days because a lot of the things I already knew. And so I'm just like, you know what, this book mostly was spoiled for me already. So I mean, I still read it, I still liked it, still love this series. The Shadowhunters Codex, I really kind of skimmed through because a lot of things, like, you know, I already know. It was mentioned a whole bunch of times. I really read it for the commentary from the characters. So the next book that I read was Coral by Sarah Ella. This is another Little Mermaid retelling, which Little Mermaid retellings, you know, that's my thing. So this is about a girl named Coral, and it has 3 main characters. We have Coral, Brooke, and Merrick. And the basic story is there is more than one way to drown. And so Brooke is depressed, Merrick doesn't like his life, and then Coral is, you know, just trying to be a mermaid, and you know, but it's like, you know, you can't go into water till you turn 16. You're expected for all of these things. But so I got the art for this and I started reading it. I was like, okay, what, like, this is gonna be an okay book, and then I just kept reading and it got so much better. 5 out of 5 stars. The twist and the ending for this is so worth it. Like, I did not see it coming. I literally was like, I don't know if I was reading it at home or if I was reading it at work. I don't remember where I was reading it, but I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, what? So love this book. It's a good book. So the next book that I read with my boyfriend was The Lost Causes of Bleak Creek, which is by Rhett and Link. We really like Rhett and Link, so we were really excited to go into this. I ended up giving it like a 3.5 out of 5 just because it really didn't start getting interesting until the end. You could tell it was their first book, which a lot of times, like, if their first book's like, it's okay, it's great. I mean, because they're YouTubers, I don't know if they're really writers, but I know they had help, and I know that if they keep going, their books will just get great. Or will just get better. But this one was okay. I mean, I really liked the concept of it. You know, the ending was great. You know, so was the beginning. The middle kind of, you know, dragged on a little bit. But God, I do recommend it if you do like Rhett and Link. I know one of my friends doesn't like them, but we're still like, you know, still read it because you like never know. So we read that one. The book's only like 10 hours, so we read it pretty quickly. The next book, I finally got through Order of the Phoenix, and Order of the Phoenix took me so long. And now that I'm on Half-Blood Prince, I haven't even gotten through the first chapter yet. Like, I am reading so much right now because, you know, it's the end of the year. I gotta get through arcs. I gotta get through all these things. And so that's why for December, I'm doing the 100 pages a day thing, which I think for day 3 of Bookmas, maybe I will vlog the first and the second, and I'll update y'all on that, and then just do that. I don't know how Bookmas is gonna go. I have these first 2 ideas, so like, let's do it. And I'll just like start trying to think of other things, maybe get inspirations from some other people, which of course, so I was really excited to get through Order of the Phoenix, and I was really hoping to get through all the Harry Potter books this year, but that didn't happen because it took me a lot longer than I thought. Because I was doing it like a readathon. Like the first book was January, and then like it just kept going. I'm supposed to be on like November and December was supposed to be the Deathly Hallows, and I'm nowhere near the Deathly Hallows. So hopefully I will definitely be finishing it at the beginning of 2020. Which is okay, you know, things happen, but I'm really excited to finally be finishing this. I'm really excited to get into the Half-Blood Prince. And I noticed with the Order of the Phoenix, like, we watched the movie and I'm just like, man, this used to be my favorite movie, and now it's like, and now that I've read the book, I'm just like, man, they leave out so much, and I'm just like, man, I need more Draco. Which I know Half-Blood Prince, he's more prominent, and I'm just like, yeah, I just need more Draco in my life. So the last book that I finished was The Queen of Nothing by Holly Black. Loved this series, loved this ending. I just love this. I love her. She's so great. I met her again, and she is great every time. And just Jude and Carden, and I'm just like, I love Carden. And which, I mean, it's hard not to love Carden, even though he is kind of a jerk sometimes, you know, but he's just doing things the best for Jude. He's just trying to do what's best for Jude. And so, great conclusion. I am really sad that this is over, and I really just like, she did say that at the book signing that she is thinking about a novella, one more novella for this. She couldn't say much, but it's like, yes, please give me, this can't be over yet. Like, I know with the novella it'll be over, but so that is my November wrap up. I don't do TBRs because every time I do a TBR, I end up not doing like so I don't do TBRs because usually I only do one of them, and it's kind of like, okay. So I usually just like, you know, if I'm feeling this book, I will read it. But yeah, so I don't know if I'm gonna be filming on weekends. I definitely will be filming Christmas. I'm gonna skip those 2. I don't even know if Vlogmas is, or Bookmas, like, and all that is all month of December, or just until Christmas. I don't know. But thank you for coming to day 2, and I will subscribe, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.